Unite is an annual event put on by Unity to announce all of their new, upcoming features and tools. Unity kindly invited me and some of the other insiders to join. With all the recent news about Unity and the new CEO in charge, I was especially curious to see what they had planned for the next little while. Unite 2023 took place in the beautiful city of Amsterdam. The combination of historical and modern architecture, along with the many canals running through the city, created a lovely setting for the event. It was great to hang out with the other insiders again. At the meet and greet, I chatted with some of them, as well as Unity staff, about the cool projects they're all working on. The Gala Evening took place at the Heineken factory, which makes me think it's what Willy Wonka would have made if he was into beer instead of chocolate. I'm not even a beer drinker, but there was a lot of cool things to see, including the ceiling made of bottles, the giant kettles on display, and even a secret speakeasy behind a fridge door. This was a great place to meet and talk with other Unity developers. Don't forget, I may use Unity for game development, but it's also prominently used in architectural visualization, automotive and transportation design, as well as virtual reality and augmented reality simulations for training and educational purposes. I got to hear a lot about interesting projects in those sectors. There were also plenty of game developers as well. People working on solo projects, big teams, making tools, doing VR games, mobile games, you name it. I also got to meet a lot of people who watched the stream. It was so weird for people I've never met to ask how the progressive strain is going, but it was also really, really cool. It was also just really nice to talk with some of you in person and hear what you're working on or see it on your phone. It was like the next gen version of reading chat and looking at the show and tell channel of Discord, so it was a really nice treat. The next morning was the conference, which took place at Tate's Art and Event Park, which also again has a beautiful mix of modern and historical design to it. Stages were set up around the conference area, along with areas to get snacks or coffee or even a free tattoo if you were feeling brave. You may have seen on stream that I was able to show a little glimpse of the conference floor, which was cool to share with you guys. I was especially interested to see what would be on the roadmap ahead and plans for the engine. I got a chance to see the presentation firsthand and ask some of the experts about the features and tools being implemented. I'm really excited about the HDRP features coming in. You can use it to make Unity projects look really visually stunning. The challenging side is making it also performant, which is definitely doable now, but it takes a lot of work. With the improvements that were announced to the pipeline, it should be a lot easier. It'll be using dynamic GPU occlusion culling, which is huge for procedurally generated content in my game Strain. I've been working on a procedural city, and the dynamic occlusion culling would make all the difference. They're also implementing a spatial temporal post-processing upscaler. They're calling it STP. I'm looking forward to checking that out. Hopefully it will make games look even cooler without performance cost. Adaptive probe volumes means instead of painstakingly placing each volume probe in a scene, it'll be automatically placed and allow for better lighting to dynamic objects in a baked light scene. The speed tree will also be updated to include these performance features, which is nice since foliage is always something you have to be careful with in terms of balancing quality versus performance. So these tools should make that a lot easier. I'm looking forward to using speed tree with those tools. Outside of HDRP, there's a new cool feature that's using machine learning, which is it's called Senti, and you can basically import an ML model into the engine. That's going to be really fun to experiment with. I've tried doing different tutorials and assets, and I haven't had any luck with it. So this should be fun. There's so much potential for AI in games, and I can't wait to play around with it. There's a couple other features that are not really in my plans, but they look really interesting in general, and I know a few people in the community will be looking forward to these. One of them is it's a group of them, is the URP updates. There's getting lots of performance stuff, lots of visual fidelity improvements on the URP, including SSS, or subsurface scattering, which is basically if you hold your hand up to the light and you see the red undertones, that's subsurface scattering. Having that in URP will be awesome. That's one of the reasons I wanted to use HDRP, because it makes people look way cooler. The built-in multiplayer tools are also getting a lot of attention. There's going to be a demo project out soon that you can download and check out how it was made. It's one of my favorite ways to learn is by example, and so I think looking at this will be really cool down the road if I want to do a multiplayer game, or to anyone who's planning on doing a multiplayer game, this should be pretty helpful. They're using the Mega Cities project, which used to be an HDRP example project, but now it's running really smoothly on URP on mobile with multiplayer. It was really cool to see that in action. Hopefully that gives you a little glimpse into Unite 2023. Thank you for watching, and as usual, if you enjoyed this video, it always helps if you're able to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again, we'll see you next time.